Welcome to Taste Reviews Drink Edition. I'm your host, Derek Silver, and we back for another tasting, another review, and of course, we got a new one today. This one was donated to the show and is coming straight from Louisville, Kentucky. This one right here is Rabbit Hole Cavehill Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Full grain triple malt, 95 proof, 47.5% alcohol volume. And like I already said, it's a full grain triple malt. It's 70% corn, 10% malted wheat, 10% malted barley, and 10% honey malted barley. Never chilled, filtered. Uh, let's see. The bottle, this is the first time I've seen a bottle like this. Well, I've seen the Rabbit Hole bottle before, but this is my first time, seeing whiskey bottle with this type of shape. And it's a cool shape to it. Got some nice details on it with the little rabbit hole on here. Nice detail to it. I like the label. The label was cool. Nice color to go with the bottle. Real sophisticated, like. So there's not too much to the bottle as far as description on this whiskey. So I'm gonna refer to the website like I always do, and that will be down in the description box of the video. But this last thing from the bottle on the label, it says Rabbit Hole Cavehill, matured and handmade, wood-fired, toasted and charred American oak casks. Now, let's move on to the website. And it says our signature Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, this marvel of modern distillation, wows the senses with lovely aromas of spice and fresh apples. When sipped, you experience honey, mint, and creamy orange. As Cavehill falls to the back of your palate, it evolves into vanilla and custard. Our full grain recipe gives this bourbon a cornucopia of flavors that are distinguishable yet lasting, no matter your style. Cavehill's contemporary mash bill consists of corn, malted barley, honey malted barley, and malted wheat. We take the extra care to malt all of our secondary grains to increase their depth, giving us a flavor profile like no other. We age Cavehill in hand-picked Kelvin Cooperage American white oak barrels. When the bourbon reaches maturity, we intimately blend a small batch of no more than 15 barrels to create the finished product. Man, it sounds like they've gone all out with this one. And it from just the description of the notes, it sounds like it's going to be a good one. Let's hope so. Now, like I said, it's the description says it's a small batch. They call it extreme small batch, never more than 15 barrels harvested, always toasted and charred, never chilled, filtered. They go through the mash bill again, and then they go specifically to the tasting notes. What I love it. Tasting notes, the aroma gives you spice, honey, fresh apples on the palate, creamy flavors of orange, honey, mint, and hints of toasted grain. The finish, vanilla and custard. And they even give you a little diagram chart on here. Like it looked like those charts that used to be on the Madden and the NBA video games when you would create a player and they would show you how good the player was with that little diagram. So according to this diagram, the oak, the sweetness, the grain, the char, and the fruit is well balanced with this bourbon whiskey. So I'm excited. Let's just jump right into your favorite part of the show. I forgot the pour, but that's okay. Off the top, smells really good. I smell the sweetness. I smell the oak. I smell the spice, and I do smell the apples. Smells really good. It's very inviting. So we're going to start with the nosing glass, of course. Start off drinking it neat. Let's look at the color first. I gave myself a generous pour, a good 1.5, 2 ounce pour. Got a good color to it, a good copper color. A little burp number one already. So let's hope that's a great sign right there. Whew. So it got it's kind of oily, good color, like I said. Let's stir that around. Sniff. Smells really good. I can smell that oak. I can smell that spice. I can smell the honey. And I can smell those apples. So stir again. Let's sniff. Sip. Right off the top, I tasted apples. Right now, I'm still tasting apples. It tastes really good. I'm just tasting those apples. I'm tasting apples. I do taste the mint. I taste oak. Not too much spice. It is creamy on the back end. It's real smooth. The finish is real short. Probably medium, but it's not a strong, overwhelming, burning flavor on the finish. It's real smooth. It's creamy. I can taste the vanilla as well. I can still taste the vanilla on my tongue as well as the apples. That apple flavor is just making it taste so good. Definitely taste the mint. I am tasting that honey, and they said creamy flavors of orange, but for some reason I'm I can see why they would say orange. I can get some. I'm getting citrus, but I'm getting more apple. I'm getting more apple than I am citrus. And that's the beautiful thing about people's palates and the tasting notes. Even though they have it laid out on what you'll taste, everybody's palates is different. So even though they said you'll get the aroma of fresh apples, I'm getting the aroma as well as on palate that fresh apple taste. The citrus to me is very mild. The mint can be strong depending on how long you hold it on your tongue, but you have that sweetness of honey. Like I can taste that honey and that apple together. It tastes like that lollipop that they used to have out there. I don't know if they still sell it. That I forgot what it was, like a green apple honey, or no, green apple caramel lollipop. That's the flavor that I'm getting from this whiskey right here. Tastes really good. Let me finish this one off. Yeah, I'm getting that mint. Like the more and more that I kept drinking the neat, the more and more I tasted that mint. But I'm also getting that apple flavor with the honey mixed together. So drinking the neat tastes really good. It got a creamy finish, a smooth finish. It's not it's not harsh. It's not spicy. You'll get a look. The only thing that might overwhelm you a little bit is that mint flavor. You know how when you add mint to certain flavors, it heightens it, and sometimes the mint can be more stronger than the other flavors. So the mint may add a little different element to it depending on how long you hold it on your tongue. So now let's move on to the tumbler, the glass with a splash of ice. Cleanse my palate. Okay. I don't know what's up with these new water bottles I've been buying. They've been leaning. I don't know if you look at the past couple of episodes, the water bottles, they just lean. Look at them. So, to the glass with a splash of water. Let's stir it up. Sniff. I'm still smelling that apple. I'm smelling That honey, I'm I'm not smelling too much spice with the water, which is to be expected. The water is probably calming down that spice, but it still smells very good, smells very inviting. Now stir it up once again, sniff, sip. Now it's much more smoother. I'm tasting more of the orange flavor now. I'm tasting burp number two. I'm still tasting that mint. I don't think that mint is going anywhere. Um, but with the splash of water, the mint flavor has calmed down, and I'm tasting more of the citrus flavors. I also still taste that honey. I don't taste the apple as much, but it's still there. On the back end, it is still the finish is still short. It's creamy. I can taste that vanilla, and they said creamy custard, so it's definitely creamy and has a vanilla flavor on the back end, the finish. So let me take another sip before I get the next glass ready. Yeah, that mint flavor isn't going anywhere. And I'm not saying that to say that is is throwing the whiskey off or is making it bad or terrible, but that's just my palate. Like I taste the mint, and it's not a bad thing. It's just I taste it. So let me get this glass going. The glass on the rocks, the tumbler on the rocks, the end of the show glass. And let me finish this one off. You know what? I'm not going to finish it off. I'm going to save that and add it to my end of the show glass. So now, excuse me, burp number three, burp number four, burp number five. So let's stir this up. Had to use my wine sommelier techniques right there. So I'm still getting the fresh apples. I'm getting the honey. I'm not getting spice on the nose, but I'm still getting that honey and that fresh apples. Still smells really good. The smell hasn't really gone anywhere with it being on the rocks or with the splash of water. So now let's sip. Now on the rocks, I'm I'm definitely tasting the creamy flavors of orange. It does taste like a cream, uh, orange cream bar, ice cream bar. If you ever had that before, it's bringing back memories from the ice cream truck. So I definitely taste that orange cream bar now with the glass on the rocks. The mint, and I was wrong. The mint has gone down tremendously. I don't even think I tasted the mint on the rocks. Just a little. I taste the mint just a little, but I'm still getting that honey. I'm getting a little bit of grain um, and those creamy flavors of orange. So with each different way, like I said, I like to drink my whiskey three ways in order to find out what's best, what's my preference for that particular whiskey. And each way I like. And to me, that's a sign of a good whiskey. That's a sign of a good bourbon whiskey if you enjoy all three ways and they offer something different for you. And this particular whiskey does that for me. This bourbon whiskey does that for me. Rabbit Hole, Cavehill, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, that it offers that. You can tell that they put a lot of effort and time into it. I mean, like they said, is what was their words? Extreme small batch. never more than 15 barrels harvested. So they definitely put time and effort into this bourbon whiskey. Um, it's definitely worth it to try this one. This one could be for experienced bourbon whiskey drinkers as well as in the middle bourbon whiskey drinkers. It will be an experience for a first time bourbon whiskey drinker, but I wouldn't sway a beginner from trying it. Um, this one was a good one. I'm surprised. I say that all the time. I'm surprised. Hey, I'm glad that I saved this one for the last donated for the show because this one was really good. It offered a lot. Like, um, you can drink this neat. You can drink it with a splash of water on the rocks, and you can make a cocktail out of it. You can have, if you want to jazz it up with some of the flavors, notes that it has. The creamy flavors of the orange will go well with just a normal old fashioned, and then with my palate and me tasting those fresh apples so much and that honey and the combination of it, I can see, making some type of old fashioned that has uh some type of apple, apple references or flavors to it. It will go well with this bourbon whiskey. And even something complimentary if you want to make like a old fashioned and you add some caramel simple syrup or bitters or something like that, or honey or something that complements the apple flavor. So out of five tastes, I give Robert. I keep wanting to say Robin Hood. I don't know what the hell is going on. I keep wanting to say Robin Hood. Rabbit Hole, Rabbit Hole Cavehill Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Out of five tastes, I give this one a 4.3 out of 5. Um, this one gets my stamp of approval. It will be exclusively for me, or if I want to share it with, a close friend or something like that. But everybody is not going to taste this. This is something that is going to be exclusive. This is going to be exclusive to my collection of whiskeys and bourbon whiskeys right now. So make sure you check it out. If you do, let me know. All the information will be in the description box. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the people who have liked, watched, shared, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Make sure you drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.